Hey everyone, RidgeSix here. In this video I am going to take the Asgard out here in the 4.5 PTU and see how it does as a solo ship. A lot of people are questioning if these kinds of ships can be soloable still with engineering, and let's find out. So here in the engineering bay, we've got this engineering terminal now that does not give me very good visualization. I can't see that at all. If I click, does it zoom in? I mean, shouldn't it zoom in like it does at the ASOP terminal? Let's see, if I walk up really close to it and then click it, will I be able to see it better? Not really, a little bit, but this is not clear. It needs to zoom in like the ASOP terminal does. I can't hardly read these words. That's not very helpful. Real quick note is this is not an engineering tutorial. I am not an expert in this. I am learning it as I go, and we'll figure out a lot today. But what I do know is we can control the power distribution and power pips to various things from this terminal. You can see different alerts and notifications when they pop up. So I will obviously not be standing here at the terminal while I'm in combat as a solo pilot in the Asgard, but will be able to come back here, and if my ship becomes damaged or disabled and I'm in a safe spot, then I can come back here and assess the ship and the components and see how everything's going. But most of this is brand new to me, and we will figure it out as we go throughout this video today. And hey, can turn on all the components, including turning on the engine, adjusting power distribution to the various components. Nice. I know now that the coolers are probably the most important of the various components, and so we'll leave the coolers on today, which is something new. Haven't done a lot with leaving coolers on in the past, but now we've got working fire extinguishers. I believe there are 3 here in the Asgard, 1 there in engineering, and yeah, 1 over here on this wall as well. I'm gonna put this one actually in my backpack. I'm wearing a light backpack today, but I should be able to put this right into my backpack, I think. You can also equip it as a gun. Alright, so I'm at Lorville now. We're gonna head up to Everus Harbor because I need to buy some supplies to be ready for engineering. But notice we've got this new diagnostics MFD screen over here on the left. You can see coolers at the top with the health and the wear. So everything's at 100% wear, 100% health. Yeah, you can see everything here. All the components and weapons. That's interesting. My weapons have already experienced a little wear, even though I'm just sitting in the hangar. Okay. Yeah, called for a hangar door to open and just redistributing some power around. We're going to leave the coolers on, but I might mess with them a little bit today and adjust the distribution of power and just see if we run into any problems. All right.
Landing complete.
Landed at Everus Harbor. And so far, no problems. Power distribution's all normal and no alerts. So when I was storing the Asgard, I noticed that we have this nice new feature, a search bar in the fleet manager, which is going to be awesome. Notice I can just type Z and Zeus came right up. So this is fantastic. All right, coming into Platinum Bay, wearing my helmet on my hip. Look at that. That's cool. Going to buy some various items here that are going to be needed for engineering gameplay. So I'm going to buy a Cambio SRT, the repair or salvage rifle, and a canister to go with it. This comes empty, I believe, so we'll have to salvage the side of the ship a little to get some of that if I use it. And then I already have a multi-tool attachment and Cambio light SRT canister in my backpack, but alright, does not look like I can buy fuses here at Everus Harbor. So I've got all the supplies ready to go in my backpack. We're gonna try some of these out today, like the Cambio Light and Cambio SRT. I like that you can have your physical helmet just attached to your hip. That was a weird audio bug. But I'll install these into my multi-tool a little later on. We'll try the gun. It came empty with the canister empty, and then I have some food and medical attachments as well. So I think we are ready to go. Let's do this.
You are clear to launch.
Wow, audio bugs. Let's see what it looks like when I put my helmet on. Some funny arm movements. Look at that. All right, not as smooth as what I saw in the advertisements. As you can see, I am styling the new Best in Show paint for the Asgard. I actually think out of the four, the Asgard's version is the best one. But looks alright. I think I like the black one more. Alright, so as a solo pilot with the Asgard, I feel like I could do all these things, the collection, the hauling, without any trouble in engineering. It's really the combat that's going to be the concern. Box deliveries, you know, these delivery and hauling missions aren't going to be a concern, but mercenary, I was hoping to pick up a ship combat, but it doesn't look like there is one available right now. That's just a bunker mission, and I don't really want to do PvP, but I do want some ship combat because I don't have any concern about running solo in a ship like the Asgard. That's interesting. Gotta zoom out, and let's go to Aberdeen and see if we can find some NPC ships at the OLP. Alright, pulling into the OLP. Have not experienced any heat issues or alerts in the Asgard flying here, so that's good. Got the coolers turned on, and my radar wasn't working, so we'll turn the radar on, and there we go. Some hostile NPCs. Looks like we've got a meteor and probably some prospectors. So let's take these guys out. Alright, I want them to shoot me. Come on. Alright, I'm taking a little bit of fire, which is good. I don't want them to totally disable me, but we'll see if that happens. As a solo player in an Asgard, I should easily be able to take these guys out, even with engineering on board. We'll see if that happens. We'll see how much damage, if any, I have at the end of this as well. See if any repairs are needed. Now I should say this, if it wasn't clear already, this is a stock Asgard. Stock guns and components. There we go. Keeping all my power pips there, keeping the coolers all the way turned up just because I believe that's going to be an important thing now, but we'll see. Maybe I can turn those down later, but I don't have all power to guns that I could, so. Alright, I think there's only one more. Notice I don't have any red on my hull. Shields have been holding fine. I haven't had any alerts. Wait a minute. I was gonna drop a missile, but he's currently taking damage. Interesting. Okay, so I think this prospector is actually disabled. And maybe a fire on board, if you can see through that little window there. The NPC's just sitting there. Come on, dude, get up. Go put your fire out. But as you can see, the ship is actually like actively taking damage. So that's what a disabled NPC ship looks like now. And there we go, finished them off. All done here. So I'm scanning the area. I don't see any other ships here, so I cleared out all of those hostile NPCs. There's a Polaris down on the ground there on Aberdeen. But, you know, if we take a look at the power distribution, and then over here on the diagnostic screen, all my components are really still at full health, despite that combat with some smaller ships. It went just fine. I think I'm going to call in a friend from the org to come in and shoot my ship and see what happens when a larger ship attacks the Asgard.
I think one missile should be enough for you.
Yeah, that sounds good. I just heard the missile lock and, you know, you get the little butt pucker that happens.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna let it hit me in the face. Well, I'll turn to the side.
Alright, what did that do?
It looked awesome. I have no red on the hull. It dropped my shields a little bit. But all my components and everything are just fine. Well, it looks like my missile rack is now at 99% health. And that's it.
Okay. Let's try one more.
Okay.
My concern with the missiles is that it seems when I take away a ship's armor, one missile just blows them up.
Yeah, I don't even know if my ship noticed that. It hit. It hit and it looked good, but... Yeah.
Maybe go to your engineering window. You can monitor the armor health. There should be a meter on the top left of the engineering console.
Oh, I see it. Yeah, 90... Oh, it's hard to tell if it's 92 or 97%.
Alright, just launch another missile.
Okay. Okay, that did take the armor down a little bit. It's at 90% now.
Oh, okay.
So it's affecting the armor.
I'm scared of launching a full salvo.
Yeah.
Did you see your spawn point in space anywhere?
I'm at Everus Harbor, yeah.
Okay. I don't feel too bad then if this goes a little too far.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, I'm gonna launch 4.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that dropped me down to about 58-60%, I think it says. It sounded phenomenal. But
one of your sections is red. I don't know what that is.
Okay, I don't see it on my engineering screen. Anything that's... Because my power plants are still at 100%.
Check notifications, the little bell icon on top right.
Okay, man, it's really hard to see.
Yeah, I wish there was like a zoom in feature.
Right, yeah, it's really... I think it's... Oh yeah, my missile rack is what's highlighted. So I think your missiles are hitting my missile rack and causing damage there.
Okay. I'm gonna fire it 2 more.
Okay. Alright, that caused some damage to a cooler, it says now. Notification. Damage detected in a cooler. My armor is sitting at about 49%.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I've
so
got a
bleeding
flag
through.
on my... Yeah, so I've got a cooler that now needs repair. but it's still operational. It's not offline.
Okay. Want me to shoot one more?
Yeah, let's do another. Yeah, so I'm still about 42% armor. I don't think that did any huge damage. The armor is definitely lower though, and my hull is about 85%.
All right, sending 2 more your way.
I mean, it's handling missiles fairly well, you know? Okay, now I'm 37% in the armor, and I've got a power plant warning that says, well, I've got a shield generator warning and a power plant damage. Alright, I pulled out my multi-tool here and tap J to be able to install the different attachments. If I click here and scroll over to the Cambio light attachment and click that, and then down in this area I want to scroll over to my canister and attach that as well. There we go, all set up. Repair. Okay, repair's not needed. Repair's not needed. This cooler is also 100% still. So, how many missiles did you shoot at me? 8 or 9 now?
Hold on. I started with 16. I'm at 4, so 12.
Yeah. And are these size 2s or size? Yeah, size 2s with the TAC.
Size 3 Thunderbolts.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So I've got a cooler that's at 92% integrity, and so I'm gonna see, and that actually repaired it really fast. So that's cool to see. And let's see the other power. Yeah. So my power plant on the side that you were hitting is at 65%. So
Okay.
the same side that the missiles were making contact, that power plant took damage, but the other side did not. And the cooler on the same side. So it is the components on the side of the impact that were being affected. So I just fully repaired that. Okay, and the shield generator on that same side is damaged to 88% integrity. So one thing I learned here is if I'm getting hit with missiles, I've got plenty of life in me to be able to run away, you know? Right? I can take a few missiles before I'm gonna lose a power plant, which is good to see. Oh, I've got...
Yeah.
I've got a pipe inside the cargo bay that's spewing fire. I don't think it's actual fire, I think it's just for looks. Although I am seeing smoke in my cargo bay. Okay, I think I might have something, yeah. I'm taking damage for some reason. I don't have any warnings.
You're supposed to hear a warning, fire detected
Yeah.
kind of sound.
Okay, what? Like I don't have any warnings saying that anything is needing repair. So maybe I'll head up to see what it looks like in the cockpit too. Oh, I've got fire. There's fire up here, but I'm not getting a fire warning.
Like actually?
Yeah. Do you see it?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah, I'm spraying fire right here with the fire extinguisher. It doesn't look like it's doing anything though.
I don't see any fire there.
Yeah.
It looks like brand new.
Huh. It's weird that it would look one way for you and not for me. And I'm not,
I
there's
think
no,
that tracks.
no fire alarm, right?
Yeah. But this sounds how I expected it to be. People can see one thing while others see something else.
Yeah, it's not exactly great for a, a crewed ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, and right where the damage is on the outside of my ship, that's right where the components are right behind that that are the ones that needed repair. So it did damage the parts it should have, I guess. And then on my diagnostics MFD, the missile rack is the only thing that is not at full health because I repaired the components that were damaged. Had you been somebody attacking me while I was running cargo or something and you were shooting missiles at me, I could have, you know, popped flares and gotten away, but even if I took apparently 12 size 3s,
Yeah.
it's still okay.
Yeah, it is.
Not bad to be able to solo Asgard in some combat. I mean, I took out 5 or 6 prospectors and meteors that were there without having any significant damage. I was taking shots because they're more maneuverable than I am in the Asgard, but I didn't have any red on the hull. None of my components took any damage, and then I just ate 12 size 3 missiles, and there's damage, but it's still operable, and good to know.
You can still make it home.
Yeah, I mean, can make it home just fine. Yeah, that's great. All right, at this point we decided to do some actual combat shooting each other, mostly letting him shoot my ship with his stock M6A cannons on the Starlancer TAC, with the goal of eventually disabling my ship so that we could see, you know, what it would look like on the inside of an Asgard if you lost this fight with a ship and became disabled. Now, at the time of recording, I didn't hear my engines go down, but here in just a second, right there, you can hear the engines go down, and I think that's when my ship became disabled. Okay, I am disabled. Hold up. Power plant failure. Yep, so I'm in power plant failure now. So that didn't take too long once my shields were down, right? Down here, there's no fire in my engineering area. Let's see what the terminal's saying. It's saying fire detected, so maybe that fire up on the bridge is now a fire. Fire extinguisher back out. Oh, we got a fire out here. I forgot there were components out on the side. Yep, I'm on fire.
I'm coming.
I also later learned that you need to be spraying the fire extinguisher right on the component that's burning, which I'm obviously not doing right here. This was my first fire. Like my fire extinguisher is doing anything. So I'm gonna try the vent.
Warning, fire detected.
Opening a door. Oh, that vented it. Hey, that was cool. Could you see the fire when you came on?
No, I didn't, but I did see smoke. More than there is now.
Well, you almost ran through the fire, so I think you would have seen the fire. Because this whole area over here was on fire. And opening the 2 doors vented the area, so that's cool. Alright, so fire's out by venting. And it was... What components are over here again? We've got... oh, that one's nothing. I think it's a shield, isn't it? No, another cooler. So I had a cooler over here that... oh. Item beyond repair. So this cooler is just... it has irreparable damage. Oh, no. Just kidding. It said it was beyond repair, but it's letting me repair it. So... repaired a little bit. The shield is also saying beyond repair, but it's letting me repair it. Yeah, this one also power plant item beyond repair, 0% integrity. But funny enough, beyond repair, but then it lets you repair it. Alright, at this point, my friend from the org took off in his Starlancer TAC to go do some testing of his own, and I stayed solo in the Asgard doing repairs. I went around the ship and performed a full 100% repair on all of the components, so the power plants, everything, and took them all back to 100%. Because obviously the goal here is once I become disabled, I want to be able to repair everything on the ship and then fly it into a station and, essentially rescue myself from that situation. So that's what I did. I repaired everything I could find on the ship. I even went outside the ship and found the thrusters, which all had a little bit of damage, at least all of them a little bit. Interestingly, when you find parts of the ship outside that are damaged and click on them once you're close enough, it can go from even 0% to 100% like you see there. So I restored everything I could find on the ship that was damaged. And then when I got back in and fired everything up, interestingly, even though all the components and everything were at 100%, I was not able to move the ship. It wouldn't move. So I don't know if this was a bug. Fuses were there, so I'm not sure what the issue was. So I gave up on this one. I pulled a new Asgard and placed a Merlin inside and took it out into space myself and used the Merlin to shoot this new freshly claimed Asgard. Here you can see I am precision targeting the power plant, trying to disable my own ship. Oh, delayed explosion there. That was cool. Oh, I think that did it. I think it's drifting. Disabled now. Where's the fire?
Warning, fire detected.
Getting a fire warning, but I can't see where the fire is. Where?
Warning, fire detected.
Nothing's on fire. Oh, hey, the temperature's dropping like crazy now. I think maybe there was a fire on this component, but I couldn't see. So once the invisible fire was out, I set about repairing all of the components just like I had done before. I powered everything down. I even found these maneuver thrusters outside. There are 12 of them that also needed repair. They take forever to repair, so I only took them to 5%. But once I repaired everything on the outside, including all 12 of these little thrusters, the appearance of the ship on the inside went back to normal. So including those little fires that had been there before that I think were just visual, not really fires. Okay, moment of truth. I've fixed everything I can fix. Alright, everything is powered on, looks good. Let's make sure we get power to various things like the shields. Let's see if we move. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Alright. Okay, so that did it. Those 12 little maneuvering thrusters on the outside were the problem. And if we look at the diagnostics panel here, everything is restored to 100%. Alright, except for the guns, worn a little. And then we have one critical here, which looks like the jump module. I don't really need that right now. Alright, let's see if we can get back to Lorville now. Let's get home. Quantum drive's working. Nice. Alright, coming into Lorville. I have a major torque imbalance, it says. Ooh, yeah, it's flying really weird. Here in atmosphere. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes, yep, this is not flying well at all. Okay, I have been battling this ship coming down into atmosphere, and I feel like I'm just falling. This is not great. Yeah, no, this is bad. I can barely keep the ship in control at all, and I'm just falling closer and closer to the ground. Yep. Trying to push up out of atmosphere now, but this is not looking good. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I've got the ship on somewhat of a trajectory where I'm at least gaining altitude. I've seriously been battling this for almost 10 minutes, just trying to get back up out of atmosphere. Oh, come on, no. Oh, I almost had it. This is crazy. This is not looking good. Okay, I've got it pointed upwards and I'm just holding steady, and I'm having less and less gravitational pull, so I think I'm winning here. I think those little maneuverability thrusters need more than 5% repair though, I'll tell you that much. Okay, there we go. Alright, was able to jump to Everus. We'll hopefully have a little more control here in space than I did within Hurston's gravity, but we'll go ahead and get landed here on a pad and repair the ship. This has also been difficult. This is my third attempt at coming into this pad. Holy smokes. And that was a rough landing. But we're here. Let's go ahead and repair now. 40,000 for repair. That'll hopefully fix those maneuvering thrusters. The problem with those is I repaired each of them to 5% and it took forever. It was way too slow to repair those. But after the repair, I mean, everything was already at 100% before on this diagnostics panel, but I guess the one thing that was labeled as critical isn't critical anymore. My guns are showing some wear. And if I click there, there's nothing there. So it did repair the jump module, repairing here on the pad. And I assume when I take off, I won't have that major torque imbalance anymore. Not having sparks coming out of the thrusters on the back, so that's good. And we'll head into Lorville and see if we can successfully land at home station, taking the ship from fully disabled to repaired and home. Alright, here we go. Yeah, it's flying normally now. So I guess one lesson is, if your ship is pretty damaged and you've got a major torque imbalance, land at a station. Don't try to go into like Area 18 or Lorville. So, but here we are, landing back at station. One thing I want to check, I want to see if it did actually take those maneuverability thrusters from the 5% to 100. It was really slow to go from 0 to 5%, but let's see. Yeah, it's 100%. So repairing on the pad fixed those maneuvering thrusters. I have no idea why all 12 of those thrusters were dead and needing repair though. So I hope that gets patched out. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this was at least somewhat entertaining to watch as I tried to figure out some solo Asgard engineering. But I think for the normal Asgard type things, it's totally going to be soloable. But, you know, engineering is going to definitely make it a little more tricky for us. Thanks for watching.